KitKat is the first global chocolate brand to use 100% sustainably sourced cocoa certified by the Rainforest Alliance through the Nestle Cocoa Plan. Whenever you take a break with a KitKat, you might wonder if it's a chocolate or a biscuit. Let me be clear, it's a crispy wafer wrapped in smooth milk chocolate. The most exciting thing is that the KitKat milk chocolate wafer bar comes individually wrapped, making it super convenient to save as a snack during tea time or even to pack in your kids' lunch. In this video, we will take a trip to the KitKat factory and see how it's made from scratch, as it is a beloved chocolate bar globally and enjoyed in over 80 countries. First, let's talk about what's inside a KitKat. It is made with everyday ingredients like sugar, wheat flour, and cocoa beans, which are converted to chocolate and cocoa butter. You'll also find vegetable oils like palm oil and palm kernel oil. Furthermore, lactose from milk, skim milk, and milk fat add that creamy taste we love. Plus, it contains some soy lecithin, vanillin for flavor, salt, yeast, baking soda, and PGPR, an emulsifier which improves the flow characteristics of chocolate. And here's something to remember. This sweet treat is made in a place where peanuts are also handled, so if you or someone you know has a peanut allergy, it's essential to be cautious. Let's move forward and see how these ingredients, step by step, come together to create the result we all love, KitKat chocolate. It starts with the cocoa beans, which give them a rich chocolate flavor. Most of these beans come from West Africa and are harvested in March. After harvesting, the beans are sun-dried for about 7 days. Imagine laying out in the sun for a week. That's what the beans do. Then they're shipped directly to the Cargill production site in York. Once the beans arrive at the factory, the real magic begins. The first step is a 3-hour process that kicks off with cleaning. This helps remove dirt from the beans. Next comes deshelling, where rollers crunch the beans and release the cocoa nibs, the heart of the cocoa bean. Cocoa beans are the starting ingredient for the manufacturing process, and they're ready to make chocolate. But where do the nibs go? They are sent to ovens where heat and pressure extract the chocolate liqueur, also known as the treasure, inside the bean. This liqueur contains both cocoa butter and cocoa solids. The cocoa butter and solids are separated. Later, the solids are collected as cocoa powder, which you might recognize as baking chocolate powder. Due to its bitter taste, it's perfect for baking. Speaking of KitKat, did you know Nestle is doing something pretty cool with its cocoa supply chain? Yeah, they're working with farmer families in West Africa to grow the cocoa beans. In January 2022, Nestle launched a program called the Income Accelerator to help these families earn a better living and improve their farming practices. This program also aims to reduce child labor and promote gender equality by empowering women as changemakers. So far, over 10,000 families in Côte d'Ivoire have benefited from this program, and it's expanding to Ghana this year. Nestle's goal is to reach 160,000 families by 2030. They want to make a significant impact and help more farmers thrive. Let's get back to the factory. This process begins by carefully selecting the ingredients we just discussed to meet strict standards for quality and freshness. The first step is conching. This is where the chocolate mixture is refined to perfection. The cocoa beans, for instance, are roasted, ground, and then mixed with milk to create a smooth texture. Then sugar, cocoa butter, and other flavorings are added to enhance the chocolate's taste and aroma. Conching grinds the chocolate particles even further, making them smaller and giving the chocolate that smooth, creamy texture we all love. The longer the chocolate is conched, the creamier and tastier it becomes. The best chocolates usually have longer conching times. After the conching process is complete, the liquid chocolate is ready for the next step. But before we get there, we need to talk about tempering. Tempering is heating the chocolate to a specific temperature and then cooling it to around 27 degrees Celsius or 80 degrees Fahrenheit. This step is crucial because it reduces crystallization, which causes the gray or dull layer you sometimes see on an old chocolate. By controlling crystallization, the chocolate maintains its shine and smooth texture, making it more appealing to consumers. Quality control is a crucial part of this ingredient selection process. Trained professionals carefully test and evaluate each batch of ingredients to ensure they meet the company's high standards. Only the best ingredients make it into the KitKat production line because even the slightest variation can affect the final product's quality. Now that the chocolate is ready, let's focus on the wafer layers. Flour is mixed with water to create a dough, then transferred to molds that shape it into large wafer sheets. These sheets are baked in large ovens at 150 degrees Celsius or 302 degrees Fahrenheit until they are perfectly crispy. After baking, the wafers are cooled and layered with a filling made from cocoa liqueur and a small amount of crushed KitKat bars that didn't make the cut. This filling gives the wafers that extra crunch and flavor that we all love. Next is the mixing and molding stage, where these carefully selected ingredients start to take the shape of the KitKat bars that we all enjoy. The process begins with the chocolate mixture being poured into long trays and then spread evenly to create a thin layer of chocolate. Next, the wafer mixture is poured over the chocolate layer, and the whole thing is rolled out and flattened to the right thickness. The chocolate and wafer layers are then cut into long, thin strips. The chocolate is pumped into molds, and the wafer layers are carefully placed inside. But here's where things get interesting. These strips are stacked on top of each other, with the chocolate as glue to hold the wafer layers together, just like making a 3-layer sandwich. This forms the classic KitKat shape and is where the final assembly happens. After that, the bars are cut into individual pieces and sent to the cooling stage. The mixing and molding process is exact and consistent, which ensures that each KitKat bar tastes just as good as the last one. In addition to the mixing and molding machinery, specialized molds shape the chocolate bars. These molds can be customized to create different shapes and sizes, allowing a factory to produce a wide range of KitKat products to meet customer demand. So, whether you're biting into a 2-finger or a 4-finger KitKat, it all starts with these molds. Next, the wafer bars are neatly stacked on trays. They're ready for the next exciting part, being covered in a layer of chocolate. A final layer of smooth chocolate is poured over the bars. This happens in a relaxed environment to ensure the chocolate hardens just right. As the bars pass through a cooling tunnel, the chocolate sets perfectly. Meanwhile, quality controllers are looking for defects like bubbles or cracks. If they find any, these imperfect bars are crushed and mixed into the chocolate filling, ensuring nothing goes to waste. As the chocolate coating is added, a stream of rich chocolate flows from above, enveloping each wafer bar completely. Then the bars are cooled again to set the chocolate perfectly. Once the chocolate bars have been made and cooled to the right temperature, they move on to the packaging stage. This part is essential because it ensures the KitKats stay fresh and tasty as they travel to stores worldwide. First, the bars are carefully cooled in a unique environment. This means keeping the temperature right so the chocolate doesn't melt. Next, the bars are wrapped in foil. Special machines ensure that each bar is fully covered to keep it safe from moisture and other things that might affect its quality. After they're wrapped, the bars are placed in their final packaging, individual wrappers, multi-packs, or larger bags. This packaging is designed to keep the bars fresh and make them easy to transport and store. Quality control is a big part of this stage. Factory workers carefully check each bar to ensure it meets the company's high standards. Any bars that don't make the grade are removed from the line and discarded into crushed wafers, which are reused in the chocolate's filling. A remarkable fact is that KitKat uses sustainable packaging materials to help the environment. This means they use recycled materials and try to reduce the amount of packaging they use. Once the bars are wrapped and inspected, they move to the final packaging area. Here, automatic robots handle the wrapping process swiftly. A decorative wrapper is added and the bars are all set to melt in your mouth. Each day, a whopping 7 million KitKat bars are produced. After wrapping, the KitKat bars are stored in a storage building until needed. When orders come in, the bars are moved to the loading area, ready to be sent to supermarkets and retailers. They are then transported to distribution centers where they wait to be delivered to chocolate lovers everywhere. The entire packaging process is automated, from wrapping each bar in silver foil to placing them into red KitKat packs. This automated system ensures that every bar is neatly packed and ready for consumers worldwide to enjoy. Now let's get back and have a look at its history. KitKat, a beloved chocolate-covered wafer bar, was created by Rowntree's in York, England, and has been a global favorite since 1935. Nestle, which brought Rowntree's in 1988, makes KitKat worldwide, except in the US, where Hershey produces it. In summary, KitKat boasts more than 200 flavors and has gained attention through partnerships like the one with Google. Nestle's CEO, Mark Schneider, recently reported positive growth, with an expected 3% organic sales increase for 2024. That's quite impressive sales. Next time you enjoy a KitKat, remember the careful steps it took to get that perfect chocolate and then coat it around the carefully made crispy wafer. Consequently, this effort gives a unique flavor to KitKat and the popularity it deserves. If you love KitKat, you're probably a fan of Snickers too. Want to know how Snickers are made? Check out our previous video to find out. But before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.